Hello, this is Gary, Wasatch Intercept, and today I'm going to be going over briefly some of the equipment that I use here at the house in my radio hobbies. At the moment, I've got two setups running on two different computers. Over on the right, I've got my optoelectronics Optocom under control of Signal Intelligence's ScanStar Deluxe program running on my Windows 98 machine. Right now I'm watching the VHF low band 30 to 54 megahertz, which includes the 6 meter band, amateur band. This range is pretty new to me. I just put up my first antenna about a month ago. I'm enjoying exploring a portion of the spectrum that I haven't really done much with in the past. Here in Utah there's very little public safety, and I've never found any businesses in this entire state using it. But what I have found is some local military, including 3 very active military air frequencies. And by watching the state police frequencies, which are still in use in a handful of states, most have transferred away from this band to get away from the skip conditions that roll in during the summer months. But California is still actively using it, and I hear the California Highway Patrol coming in quite regularly, particularly Southern California. I've also been catching some from the states of Missouri, Kansas, and Oklahoma, and by following this I'm learning a lot about just how this band propagates to help me in my operations on the 6 meter amateur band. The Optocom receiver, which is this one right here, top right, is by far my favorite radio. I use it with ScanStar for conventional, and for trunk systems I prefer the older trunker program to the Unitrunker, which runs under Windows. And with this setup I use the Optocom as the voice receiver, and I usually use my Pro 2006 as the data radio. For really weak and distant trunk systems, my secret weapons are a Uniden SMS 825 and SMS 925 commercial two-way radios, discriminator tapped. On those I can get 100% copy of the data channels that my BC796D, which is over on the right hand side underneath the Optocom, can't even hear, such as Lewis Peak in Summit County from here in Davis County. There's a reason why the BC796 is off and doesn't get turned on very often. It's because I'm very disappointed with that radio. And very soon it'll be going up on eBay, and I'll be replacing it with the BCD796 XT. But mentioning trunker, right now I've got trunker using my AOR AR5000 as the voice radio. Because for the purposes of this demo I'm tuned to the system at the local air base, which uses P25 digital modulation. That's where the small unit on the top left comes in. That's the AOR ARD25 so-called multi-mode data receiver. Currently it only does one mode. That is APCO P25, sometimes called Motorola Astro. But I understand that they went way overboard on the processor power. It's got much more power than it needs for this simple application, so There's a lot of potential in this unit, and let's hope that they do continue to build on it. It is overpriced, and I don't think they're selling a lot of them, so there is a little doubt. There's been questions about whether the ARD25 will work on a trunk system, so let me turn the volume up to let you see for yourself.
Roger, India needs a form for 503, 501, 2147, and 2116. Mod 3 hotel number? Sure. 501, 503, 2147, 2116. And then 503, 501 are how bad you want to know, and then the others are on Echo Road.
Mostly I use the AR5000 for HF. My HF transceiver is the Icom IC-796 in the middle, which I use with the Heathkit SA2060 antenna tuner. The 706 packs a lot of capacity into a very little package, but I don't think I'm going to keep it as my permanent HF transceiver, primarily because it doesn't play well with a lot of the rest of the equipment I use. It doesn't work at all with my D104 desk microphone, doesn't like my MFJ 1278, and it doesn't have a convenient IF to use with the Avcom SDM42A spectrum display unit, which is over on the lower left hand side. Change gear a little bit, exit out of trunker. And we've got the amateur 40-meter band. Right now, I'm recording this in the afternoon. This band would be a lot more active during the evening, but I chose the afternoon because this would be the peak of the trunk system. Not really finding a whole lot of CW down now, crossing into the voice portion of the band. This band is not very active at all at the moment. That's sideband right there.
Yeah, well, I did too at one time, but that time was in the past.
And another sideband operator.
So I'm going to hook up, and the antenna, the emergency will be connected to it. Our base plate is going to be a dipole.
And
Over.
That's the basics of the systems. Your comments are welcome.